Well, Andy, well done. Dominic made it tough for you early on there, but you seemed increasingly in control as that match progressed this afternoon.
Yeah, well, he got an early break, and the game where I got broken, I think I missed almost every first serve in the game, and he was playing very aggressive at the start, and when I was returning, I was returning his first serve quite short, and he was able to dictate a lot of the points at the beginning. And once I started to return a little bit better in the middle part of the second set, I was able to control more of the rallies and dictate a few more of the points, and obviously played very well in the third set when his level dropped a bit.
You seem to be holding your shoulder slightly in that first set. What was going on there, and how distracting can that be, even if it's just kind of a small niggle at times?
Yeah, well, it was 1-1 in the first set. At the point where he won the game, he had a 400 passing shot up the line, and hit a kind of backhand volley behind me, and I had sort of a shooting pain from here down to my finger, and it was just quite a strange feeling, and it was fine pretty much straight away. But in the next game, I was still thinking about it, and I served 2 double faults to start the next game. Even though it wasn't actually painful, you're still, a little bit thinking about that, and yeah, it's fine. But just sometimes, obviously, on the court, you feel different things, and it's tough sometimes not to get distracted.
As you say, against a young player like that, sometimes their level does drop off a bit when they lose momentum, and it just seemed increasingly that the more you could sort of get the ball on his side of the court as that match progressed, he was starting to force him into some errors in that last set as well.
Yeah, well, in the end of the second set, I broke him at 5-4, and it was a very long game, and he had some chances to win that game. I had a couple of break points, and it was just a matter for me of getting enough depth on my returns so that I could push him back on the baseline, and I didn't do a great job of that for the first set and a half, but definitely the second part of the match I was able to do that, and made him rush a little bit more, and he made a few more errors.
How do you feel you were serving out there? I mean, it's over the 56%, I think, over the whole match. Do you think that's sort of good enough when you look ahead at the tougher challenges that might lie ahead?
Well, I think over the course of the tournament, I've won a very, very high percentage of my first serve points, so it's, sometimes you can look to serve at a higher percentage and maybe slow the pace down, but then you maybe don't win as high a percentage of the points. So it's really about getting the balance right, and how well you protect your second serve as well. If you're winning sort of above sort of 55% of your second serve points, it's a lot easier to go for first serves and be a little bit more aggressive on them, which I've been able to do so far in this tournament. And yeah, that's been a positive for me, because I've won, I think, well above 80% of my first serve points across the event, and that's very good.